informed you the purpose of why we were congregating here. As you know very well, politics is about winning elections. And if you are not organized, then you are not prepared to take power and to win any seat. The Deputy President has said it very clearly before. He is not focusing on BBI because we think BBI is dead. He is focusing on the next phase of the governance transition. And this is one of the series of consultations that is going to be there with the political leaders, the potential elected MCAs, elected members of parliament, potential senators, potential governors, and of course potential presidents. We will want the grassroots to own up this process. And this is the purpose why we are having these consultations as much earlier with leaders to discuss about registration, to discuss about the constitution, to discuss about what is expected of aspirants, but also to impart to them skills and experience. I have been elected 3 times. I think that is a skill and experience they need to learn from, on how to run a peaceful campaign as an aspirant, on how to convince people, on how to deal with stakeholders, on how to deal with opponents in a much fair and peaceful way. I think those are the discussions we've been having, but more on that is for them to understand and own the bottom-up economic approach, which is the core agenda of the Hustler campaign strategy and UDA strategy. We have taken them through that. We had a specialist on that, Dr. David D, taking them through the bottom-up approach. That is talking of how can we grow our economy from the bottom going up. Because in an ocean, if you increase the water level comes up, then every other ship benefits, even the one that is on top. How do we increase the resources to the hustler from an average of 3,000 shillings per person to an average of 50,000 shillings? These are the discussions we've been having. A lot of clarity, simplifying will be done so that we have county-specific bottom-up approach, and then work towards the bottom, owning up this process. You know, political processes, if they are not owned up at the bottom, they are bound to fail, and they do not stay for very long. As you may have seen, even in the ruling in the High Court, the constitution we have talks about the people, and the majority of our people are the very bottom. So this party and its leaders have said that bottom up will be owned by the people, and this is what we are informing these leaders, and it's going to be amongst many other series of meetings to be able to put this idea through, and I believe that Kenyans are going to buy it, and of course provide the party, provide the leadership of this party the support, the political support they're looking for to be able to actualize their dreams and be able to implement that bottom-up strategy to support those who are bottom in the pyramid, but also all those others who are in the middle and then top of the pyramid will automatically be benefiting out of that.
A question on
Today we had an aspirants forum covering all the aspirants who are registered with UDA from 10 counties. Among those counties are Nairobi, Kajiado, we have Wajir, we have Murang'a, and all the other counties, Machakos, Makueni, I think Kirinyaga, Kiambu, Kitui, and Kajiado, Kibwezi was here. So we have had those counties that have been here. The aspirants are here. I think they've had a very fruitful engagement with the party. We have gone through our registration process. We have gone through assurances on our nomination process and the quality assurance of how we ensure that we are holding nominations and elections which are credible for the party members. We have also discussed about how to package a successful aspirant so that they don't continue working without understanding the topography of their counties, the kind of stakeholders they have in the counties, the critical factors that can help an aspirant to become better, and even the branding, the marketing of the candidates and the party. And also critically discussed is the bottom-up approach, the economics of the bottom-up approach, where the mwananchi is the one who is engaging in a decision-making process on how the economy should run, what is their contribution, and how people can contribute towards a stronger, more farmer economy, and what kind of environment we need in order to have an economy that is robust for our membership.
Have been happening in our country do not speak to protocol in terms of hierarchy and all that. Thank you, Veronica. You all know that I'm a member of Jubilee Party, but I also want to remind those who are asking questions that UDR was former PDR party, which continues and is an affiliate of Jubilee Party, and therefore associating with them does not in any way undermine my position as a Jubilee Member of Parliament. Having said that, I was one of the people who the party felt that together with His Excellency Governor Nanok, that we may have some useful input to the questions that the aspirants have been asking. Their biggest question and one of the things that they are worried about is management of the party. They are specific that they want this new party to exercise democracy, to be open and transparent, and for it to exercise democracy and practice democracy, to deepen democracy, they want assurance that management of the party shall respect the party structures even before the aspirants can go to the grassroots to work with the grassroots, the electorate, and because there is also ongoing recruitment exercise. Because all these exercises are normally voluntary. It is not fair or right for aspirants to spend their time and money and energy to recruit, and then the party becomes is held captive by a few individuals. So I just want to say that we have spoken a lot to that. The parties are also supported by taxpayers, so they want an open door policy to be able to get the relevant information to facilitate them in exercising their rights to participate in democratic elections. So having said that, I don't want to add anything else, but I was one of the people in Bonchari, and I can tell you, without police intimidation, harassment by the office of the coordination, National Government Coordination and Interior Ministry, our candidate, who is a new candidate, Mama Teresa Olo, would have done even better than she did. We want fair platforms for elections, and even today we were speaking to that. How can you also avoid violence? You saw there were also indications of violence in those by-elections, but UDA has managed to capture Rurie Ward. I can tell you Bonchari slipped narrowly from our fingers, but we are there. We are in Kisii County, we are also in Nyamira County, we are everywhere in the country, and for aspirants to find time today to want to know what is happening in UDA and that they want to be part and parcel of this party is a big thing for UDA. Those who think that they can write off people, you can always create another home. I think we can no longer be proud of being members of Jubilee because we lack structures that are engaging the people. I want to encourage everybody to demand openness, transparency, parties are also funded by public coffer, and therefore they should not behave as personal individual property. I don't want to add anything else here. Thank you.